Hi everyone, what's good? My name is Enro Mendoza and welcome back for another video. Now to begin, I just wanted to say I hope you're safe, wherever you are. Here in the Philippines, we have this lockdown, so we're all stuck at home. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our frontliners as well, our medical staff, our nurses, our doctors, our policemen, and of course people who are working towards, giving us the supplies and the essentials that we need during this time. So our local governments, people who are working in the grocery, small businesses who still do deliveries at this time, thank you very much. This global pandemic has really shook us and has disrupted us like we haven't seen before. So I hope we all do our part. Let's all do our role to help fight this disease and fight this virus. I'll actually put some links down below to let you know where you can help, where you can donate, because we badly need it at this time. So for today, we're going to be talking about some tips to keep you productive during this quarantine period. Now, if that sounds interesting, let's hop into it. So our first tip is pretty basic. We all know this. It's keep your priorities straight. Since we're locked in our homes and we're isolated from the world, it's so easy to get lazy. Sometimes I'm distracted to look at my Instagram all day, just look at TikTok, watch Netflix, eat all day. We get so distracted, and that's natural because we're in a place where we usually do the things like this. We're not in the office, and actually, if you're like me, we have work from home. I consider us lucky because we're forced to work and we're forced to do the things we need to do to get to where we want to get. If you don't have that, if you don't have school, if you don't have work, it's pretty hard to stay on track. So what I recommend is actually still keep a to-do list, still keep a calendar, and stick to a routine. So if you had a routine in the past wherein you would, let's say, go to the gym, grab some coffee, go to the office, or anything like that, I know you need to change that routine as well, adjusting to the time that you have now that you're stuck at home. So for me, it's pretty easy. I still wake up pretty early, but I get to exercise at home. So I don't go to the gym anymore, obviously, but I still need that time for me to stick to my routine and stick to my habits. I need to work out in the morning because it keeps my blood flowing. I'm more focused in the morning if I work out, and it also wakes me up, in the morning. So that's sort of my morning routine. I think I'll do another video for my whole morning routine later on. And yeah, I think that's my first tip. Know your priorities, because at this time it's easily distracting. We have all this time in the world. Now that we're just stuck at home, just stuck at one place. And in Manila, you don't get this much time in a day because you're always stuck in traffic. Am I right? And so yeah, the first tip is know your priorities. So the second tip is actually very refreshing, especially for me. And that second tip is learn something new. So now that you have all this time in the world, you can actually use the time to learn a new skill, to build up your knowledge, to watch videos, inspire yourself, be motivated, try something new. Just like, if you wanted to play a new instrument, if you wanted to learn a new skill, you wanted to learn Photoshop, I wanted to learn, coding, making an app. You wanted to, build up your writing skills, your speaking skills. You have all the time now to actually learn something new. Now, for people like me who have work from home, if you schedule something, let's say, after your work, you're gonna have something to look forward to. It's gonna help you be efficient with working with the time allotment that you have, so that at the end of the day, you actually also do something that's different from your work. And that will keep you refreshed, keep you creative, and also boosts your productivity as well. So that's the second tip. And the third tip is actually something I always do. For those of you who are very close to me, you know that I do this actually every day, and it's to clean your room. I always believe that, a clean space is a happy place. And what that means is if your space, or let's say if your room is clean, I always believe that it also means your mind is clear. It's easy to decide, or it's easy to think of ideas if you have a clean space. Especially me, I always get distracted if I have something lying around, or if I know that something is not in its place. and I actually get very like frustrated and itchy that I always need to do it. So clean your room, dispose of things that you don't need anymore, set aside things that you want to sell after this quarantine period. Actually, that also might be a good idea for you to, earn some money, sell stuff online, Facebook Marketplace, Carousel. So those are just 3 quite easy, simple steps to get you started on your productivity during this quarantine period. If you're like myself, I know I haven't really adjusted yet, even though it's been 3 weeks already. The pandemic, the disease has really affected our family. We lost some loved ones and people that we know who are close to our family. So I hope you guys pray for them, and I hope you guys aren't affected as bad as I am. These are just some tips that help me to adjust to this period, to adapt to this period. And I guess the last thing I'd always want to tell you guys is to keep praying. There's always a reason for things like this, and I believe that it's a sign that we should always keep praying, be grateful for what we have. So yeah, these are my tips for being productive during this quarantine period. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Comment as well if you have other tips. I know there's a lot of tips. I had a full list earlier, but I just wanted to keep it, short and simple, short and clean, to start this conversation with you guys, and let's share ideas on how to be productive and maybe some skills that you guys want to teach me as well. So yeah, again, I hope you're safe wherever you are. I hope I inspired you today so that we're always better than yesterday.